Joe, we're so happy to have you here for F1 the movie. What an experience at the cinema. But I gotta say something. You chose some footage of real GPs along
Yes.
the year, but you chose specifically one that still hurt to the Mexican people. And it's the accident of Checo in
Yes.
2023.
Yes.
First of all, why? And also, what do you consider in general for all the footage of the real GPs that had to be in the movie?
Well, anything can happen in a race. The unexpected could come at any moment. And, the race start is always, that first corner is always one of the most critical ones. And while we were shooting in 23, Checo had that incident. And so we put Sonny Hayes right in the middle of it, just like we put him in the middle of the incident in Hungary that year as well. So it just, it just keeps people on their toes and shows them that anything can happen in Formula One.
And that's really interesting, but also I wanted to ask you, in which aspects do you think that you level up your game from 2022, that your previous movie took on, and to this one? What do you feel like you leveled up the most?
Yeah, well, we took everything we learned on that film and had to, make it better, obviously, with F1. So we had to make everything smaller, lighter. And then the other thing I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to actually move the camera. And on Top Gun, we just weren't able to do that in the cockpit. So we worked really closely with Sony and Panavision to develop a brand new camera system that we shot this film with, where I could actually control the movement of the camera on the car while Brad and Damson were driving it. So that took a lot of research and technical development to get that system to work, but ultimately it allows us to kind of track the action and connect them with the action while you're watching the movie.
That's amazing. So you built up a whole new camera for this.
We built our own cars, we built our own camera system. We were very much like a Formula One team. Every F1 team has to make their own car, and so I guess we had to make our own camera.
So talking about the team, mistakes are normal in life, but in such sectors as this one, F1 and such, a mistake can actually cost a life.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the most complex when you have such a short time to make the whole team trust you and believe in you, like Sonny had to do, like it's directing a movie kind of?
I needed an incredible crew for this movie because, normally on a movie you get a day or a few hours to shoot a scene. On this movie, sometimes we'd only get 3 minutes. So it meant that the cast had to be at the top of their game, the crew had to be at the top of the game. We had to rehearse everything for days or weeks ahead of time so that when we're on the grid right before the race started, we'd be able to get our scene very quickly and then get off before the race started. So it was some of the most intense filming I've ever done, for sure.
And you can see that, that kind of emotion, you can feel it across the screen.
Yeah.
And just to close this, could you tell me, what are you most excited about for people to watch in the film?
I'm excited. I'm certainly excited for F1 fans to see this movie because we made it so, authentically. But what I've noticed is people who know nothing about F1 or know nothing about racing or think that this movie might not have anything for them, they come out of this movie wanting to go to a race, wanting to learn about F1, wanting to find out more about this world. And I think that, to me, is really exciting. It shows the power of cinema.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And